Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. As you can see here, my options: Marksman, Fire Badger, Elite, and Rhino Specialist. And looking at those, I was between Marksman, Fire Badger, and Rhino, and decided to go for the Fire Badger because it starts with arc lights, sledges are good. Remember my arc sledge? It's here. Fire Badger will be just to sell or use it as the deep flank for one turn, something like that. Or maybe longer if I get attack on it and it's useful. On my opponent, Cost Control, Missile, Fortified, and Sabertooth. And out of those, I would probably go for Missile Specialist with Spiders and Fangs, and grab Phoenix as my DPS. It should be a good one, but it's not what my opponent will choose. And let's see. Cost Control with Mustangs and Crawlers. Usually people don't like this start. Looking here, there is Magnetic Barricade on one side and Turret on the other. So where is my opponent going to get his units on? Didn't know. Because on one side it's really annoying to slow the units, Magnetic Barricade. On the other, he only has small units and there is a Rapid-Fire Cannon in here. So I had no idea where he would put his units. That's why I went for very symmetrical standard build here. Which is usually not very great when your opponent stack everything on one side. And he grabbed crabs, grabbed the first defense enhancement with the extra money from his specialist. And the crabs are great against my sledges, also good against the arc lights, so quite a good unit for him to get in this case. And I don't have the units that counter it, like Sabertooth. We never get a crab against a Sabertooth, because Sabertooth will one-shot the crabs. But I don't have DPS and my army was even divided. If it was all together here, I think maybe they could have won. But not separated like that. And they will try and fail to kill any crab. So 2 living crabs on the first round, and that's some good experience for them. Here, improved Overlord, very tempting. I will stay here for some time thinking, do I want to go for Overlord? Because I did try Overlord recently and it didn't go that well because my opponent went for Farseers with anti-missile and completely countered my improved Overlords. So since they buffed the Farseer, the improved Overlord is not a guaranteed win anymore. It was before. And then they will just skip and keep on the normal build, which you should probably already expect since there is no Overlord on the tab. But here, I have things to solve. Let's put one crawler in here. And the first thing I will try to solve is my lack of anti-air. You can see it's bugged, everything happens for the opponent right at the end. So, hinge on the Mustangs, even more crabs, so no air, actually 1 air. 1 wasp pack on this side. And his cost control. My tank should be able to win, right? Or not. Phew, wasps killed here. I still have things still alive. Here, it was going well until the debuff. Even if I had less of an army than he has. So yeah, you can expect a defeat again. And the crabs to survive. There's even wasps, so even if I managed to win the ground, I would still lose because of the 2 wasps. But at least I will kill some crabs. 1 down. Come on, heal it. 1 tower down. And they should be able to at least kill 1 more. 1 more during the debuff. And 1 more. So only 1 crab survived. And 2 wasps. I get my 5 badgers, but there is no good place to put them. Although I could put them here. But maybe not the best. I could use here. Then next turn grab Scorching Charge and make them explode here. Could be an idea, but I would just sell it. And Farseer. So another anti-air solution. In case he went for some heavy anti-air, you can see he don't have a shaft clear unit. I will put the 5 badgers all the way in the deep flank. Idea is for them to grab the tower, if you don't put anything here. He's getting levels for the crabs, which can get out of control if I don't have any DPS on my board, which I don't. If he goes for attacks on the crabs, you need DPS to kill them. But for now, just getting attacks, so range on my Arclights, defense and attack enhancement. I have the 1 Farseer with some DPS, not that great. He also grabbed the Farseer. I was fearing that he would end up going for Wraith, because he doesn't have a dedicated shaft clear unit. He's using his crawlers to distract me. On this side, you can see it's pulling my army on this side. He actually put a crawler here, so my 5 badgers killed a few of them and died. In here, I am managing to win. My Sledges, Arclights and Farseer are doing enough DPS. Farseer is top 1 on DPS. So, untacked crabs, they can defeat. And that's quite a bit of damage, 1000. We are very close to each other HP now. I took very small defeat. Now, Orbital Bombardment, which is good against both of us. Although it's better for me, since he is very stacked here. Now my 5 badgers won't be spawning, so they can easily kill this crawler if you don't put anything else here. You see me grabbing even more crawlers. I'm also getting levels. You can see all my Arclights are level 2 now. Actually, there is 1 level 1. 1 shield, because he's probably also going to go for this spell. And another Arclight. I'm putting 1 Arclight here, so he can't do that maneuver again. And my opponent completely ignored the spell. And when to hit them, it's devastating. But he went for healing vortexes, so healing crabs. Which are a bit annoying, but I still have enough DPS to kill them, as you can see, and the storm helped a lot, killing all the Mustangs in the back, or most of the Mustangs. So the spell did its job. He put a crab to deal with my 5 badgers in the back. And a healing crab. My 5 badgers can't do anything against it. Here we have Rhino Assault, which could be useful. Too late for efficient attack, and I don't like supply enhancement. It takes too long to start to pay off, and it pays very little. Deploy module could be useful, but I'll just go for Rhino. I could use deploy and change this Fire Badger to the other side, maybe. Since I sold the sliders here, they were not doing anything. I'm going for Shockwave, because I want to start killing his other units, even if they are shooting on crabs. My level 1 Arclight got a level 2, so now I have a new level 1 from last round, so not our level 2. And here I think, what I'm going to do about the crabs. And great thing against them would be Electromag, and since then I grabbed Marksman. So 2 Marksmen here with Electromag. They should be able to disable the healing on the vortexes and even help with the damage on them. So level 1 Marksman, not that much damage. He's going for more crabs, grabbing them at level 2. And suddenly he has a lot of crabs. And now they are double attacked. So emergency armor. So if they are not Electromag, they will become immune for 4 seconds when hitting half HP. But the Electromag is helping a lot, as you can see. Also, I throw a Rhino here to kill the crab. He fell right on top of the crab, killed it. And with that, I managed to get the tower. So, great round for me. And a lot of damage again. And I was pretty confident on my solution. Here we have another Rhino Assault, which I am very tempted to use at the same place. Super heavy, not very useful for me, but could be useful for my opponent. We could put on his highest level crab. Photon emission, also very good. Could throw it here, and at least for 1 round, my Electromag would be a bit late. It's 20 seconds of protection. You see me grabbing 1 more Marksman. But now I have 3. I can get a level on this one, but I think I won't grab the level. Not sure. And sold my Fire Badger here, and I'm going with the Rhino on the other side. Because I did expect my opponent to expect me to do the same thing again on this side. So I'm not doing it. You can see my opponent went for the spell. I'm going for speedrunning crawlers, because his shaft clear is Mustangs. Although he did grab more damage for the Mustangs. So armor piercing bullets. So he almost compensates for my attack. But the protection against Electromag is quite annoying. Even grabbed the debuff with the Rhino. It's finally over now. So I'm starting to kill the crabs, but things got a little out of control. My tower is going down. 9 seconds of debuff. Even has his wasps back. It was what he used here. Try to counter if I went for the same thing again. And defeat. But he used a spell. And now I have a choice. You can see unit here. This one would be the best one for money. You get 600 selling both. Or you can get 500 and just sell once. It's what I will go for. And the correct answer here would be get the levels on my marksman, grab double shot, and use them to kill the crabs. But no. it's been quite some time since I used mountains. And why not use mountains against crabs? So that's what I'm going for. It's the right solution? No. The right solution would be to invest on what I already have on the board. But I wanted to do something different. So, level 1 mountain with Henge. One more crawler. I think I will grab the levels. I should. Yeah, grab it one level. And I think I will grab range enhancement. I was thinking if I would get the level on the other two or get this here. I could also have loaned, but I didn't want to. And my opponent went for double Wraith on a flank attack on the side where I have almost no anti-air, just fangs. And here I have the Farseer. You can see the mountain kill crabs. Problem is it's behind the tower. And tower debuff. I also lost the right side here. His Wraiths managed to get under the buff now, and yeah, too long at the buff for my mountain to do something. But it killed quite a few crabs on this side. So it's doing its job. Here, Lightning Storm. This late, round 8 already, you can't say no to the spell like this, especially Lightning Storm. It's very good against him. Lots of Mustangs. Mustangs that he invested into, double attack Mustangs. He has very few crawlers. Only 4. 5 if you count on the other side. Actually 6, there is one here. Which he put to distract my marksmen. Now I'm getting the levels on them and another mountain. So 2 mountains now. It should help me on this side. I'm also having to grab shields because my opponent can go for the storm too. I have to protect against it. I grab the one Farseer on this side and throw a missile here. So the missile should damage and slow them, and the Farseer can finish them off. He keeps them both. But he will probably sell one. I think it is what he will do. Storm here. So this time he went for the spell too. And he's shielding himself. Not leaving everything open like last time. So here we go again. He also got his rabbit fought on a mission with the Farseers. Problem is, he mounted an attack on the side and the buff. 7 seconds of the buff. The protection's already over. This time the mountains managed to grab the aggro, so didn't get the 9 seconds of this one. And they are killing Mustangs, which are not the best target for them. But it went much better on this side. If I didn't had the 7 seconds of the buff from this tower, the mountains would have won this side. Here, I didn't want any of those, so I went for the most money in one cell, Sabertooth. But there is an Overlord, which could be a problem, although I do have some marksmen and Farseer. But with full investment on mountains, now so second tech, gun launch missile, which is amazing. This level 2 mountain will throw a missile of 45,000 damage, which is enough to one-shot those crabs here. It launches them. Even the level 2 crabs, they dive into the level 1 shot of the gun launch missile. Here's the level 1, 2, we should be able to one-shot this vortex. And with the mountain here, this side is safer. I'm also grabbing Enhanced the Rage. It's round 9 already. And I'm very low HP. So I'm lonely. My orbital bombardment is also back. My opponent also throwing the Rhino in here, trying to get his tower. He went for their Sabertooth, kept it, and went for double shot, trying to use the Sabertooth to kill my mountain. Which it can do. If he shoots 2 times against the mountain, it kills it. But without range, you can see 2 cannons of the mountain are locked on the Sabertooth and it's dead. This side went quite well. My Rhino managed to grab the debuff. My opponent went for Melters to try to counter my mountains. But look at this. That's just the rocket. I love to see those rocket missiles exploding. One shot in the melter. And that's a mountain victory. But you see that if I had stayed for the better solution, at least at the start, better solution, they would have encountered a problem with the Farseers with photon coating protecting the crabs. Not on DPS. On DPS they would probably have, you can see, at level 2 they already have 6,300. If I grab a double shot, it would be 12,000. At level 3 they could one shot even a level 2 vortex. The problem is, if my opponent protected them against Electromag, the emergency armor would activate. So they wouldn't be able to one-shot it. So with photon coating, they may not be the best solution, and mountains were better. And they actually worked, even if I took a beating for some time with taking the buffs on this side. Not great. But as usual, when you grab the gun launch missile, mountains start working. And I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.